Urbanization is naturally taking place. It takes place whether you are prepared for it or you plan for it or not. So it is better to be ready for it, and therefore it is important that people go ahead of urbanization and try to prepare for it and plan for it so that it happens in a planned manner and in a sustainable way to benefit the people from rural areas to urban areas. This movement happens whether one wants it or not. So we find, therefore, it is important. And urbanization, in fact, is not only a form of development, it could be made a sustainable form of development for the people and the citizens of any country who are involved in this process. First of all, we have, in our governance system, we have effective decentralization, where citizens participate in any process, including deciding on what happens in their resettlement. So we've seen it work, and this works for urbanization as well, because if we have entrenched decentralization and decision making in which citizens participate, they have been able to determine what happens during this movement from rural to urban areas, and it has been very effective to make sure that the planning happens in a proper way and that citizens are educated on the challenge involved, but also the benefits if people realize this movement from rural to urban in a proper way. I think the MDGs, the Millennium Development Goals process, has gone quite well, first of all. So the post-2015 is really building on the success of the MDGs process. There has been a lot of work. You see, for example, across Africa, we have seen countries, many countries, on the course, even if they have fallen short on some other goals. By 2015, a decent work has been done on which those who will be spearheading the post-2015 Sustainable Development Goals process will be building on what has been achieved on the MDGs process. So it is how to link the two that is going to be very important, so that there is transition, building on the successes, but also learning lessons from what has happened for people to fall short in many areas.